Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to another Yu-Gi-Oh! Beginners. Today we're gonna talk about spell cards. These are called spell cards. Back in the day, they were called magic cards, but Magic the Gathering sued them, so that changed the name to spell. And that's right after they had a set. I think the fourth set of Yu-Gi-Oh! Was called Magic Ruler, and then. So when you see Magic Ruler up here, that means it's old, but everything is spell now, Spell Ruler. So they remade the set. Let's check out these 5 cards, see why they are so different. Alright, here's our, if you see the last video, which is the playmat, video number 2, this is video number 3, okay? So we're gonna do spells today. We have 5 different spell cards here. Okay. So spell goes down here in the bottom. 5 spells. But there's one called field spell up here, which goes in here. Everything else goes down here to the spell zone. Okay, spell zone. Spell and trap zone. Down here. Okay. So not too complicated. One thing you have to do is look for the corners, upper right corner of these cards. We'll start off with the fuse spell. So you see this little logo right here, a little logo, like a cross, like a, I don't know, like a pyramid cross sign-ish. So that's a like a ninja star, 4 ninja star looking. That's a fuse spell, okay. And then it says right here in the fuse spells, during your main phase, you can normal summon 1 Trap Tricks monster. In addition to your normal summon set, you can only gain this effect once per turn. The first time each insect or plant monsters you control would be destroyed by battle, each turn it is not destroyed. You can banish 1 monster you control, special summon 1 Trap Tricks monster from your hand or graveyard. You can only use the effect of Trap Tricks Garden once per turn. Yeah, so like it says, you know. So you play the field spell. The spell cards you could play anytime on your turn. Okay. So play this on the field spell. It just like that just tells you like you summon monster and you can summon again. That's all. Okay, then we go to a normal. We'll go to a normal spell. Let's go from, let's see. We'll go backwards. We'll go here in normal. We'll save the quick one last. Okay. So here's a normal one. Okay. This is normal spell because it doesn't have no kind of logo. See, it says magic spell. The old school card will say magic card. It says spell cards. Yeah, see, there's no sign on it. This is a regular one. And this one says special summon 1 predator plant monster from your hand, then add 1 predator card from your deck to your hand, except Predator Practice, which is this card. That's the name of this card, Predator Practice, except for itself pretty much. Most cards do that. It can't search for itself. And then also for the rest of this turn, after this card resolves, you cannot special summon monsters from your extra deck except fusion monsters. You can only activate one predator plant per turn. Okay? So, like it says, you could bring one of the monsters down on the predator plant. Okay, or what, you know. So you play this on your turn, okay? Now this one is they call, see the infinity sign? This is called continuous. So pretty much what you do is you play it and it stays on the field. So this one, when you play this one, it goes to the graveyard. This one stays on the field, this one stays on the field. Okay? So this one's the same thing. This is like a cross instead. It's very, very familiar, close. So you compare it different because so you can see it that it's not the same. See, one's like a ninja star and one's like a cross. See, it's pretty close. Okay, the ninja star one's a fuse spell. The cross one is equip. So this one you just equip it to whatever it says down here. It either equips your monster or equips your opponent's monster. Okay, but if you equip it to your opponent's monster, it stays on your side of the field. It doesn't go to their side. Even though the monster's over there, you equip it. So this one here stays on the field. Okay. Now this is the one that people really play the most. Is this one? This is called quick. See, it's like a lightning logo. This is called quick spell. So this is what later on. This is the one that's gonna be the hardest to play. You can play this on your turn or your opponent's turn, but when you play it on your opponent's turn, you must set it on the field spell trap zone first. Okay, let's say your turn, you had this card, you're playing something, you didn't want it to be like discarded or whatever, sent to the graveyard from your hand, and you set it on your turn. Once you set this, you cannot activate it. But any of these, all these ones right here, you can set it. Okay, you can set any of these like this on your turn. Okay, this you can flip it over. Field spell, the equip spell, you can flip it over and use it on your turn. You know, on main phase. Later on, we're gonna go through the phases, and then this one, the equipment could be flipped. The continuous can be flipped, but the quick spell here, once you set it, you cannot flip it over into an opponent's turn. You cannot activate this if you set it on your turn. Okay, that's the difference. So anyway, let's check all these out of the way so it doesn't get confused. So this one you can play it on your turn. You know, you can activate this anytime in a game. You can activate this from your hand. It's a quick spell. Okay. But once you set it on your turn, you cannot activate it. So let's say you set this, right? And then you pass to opponent's turn. When opponent draw, after they draw, you can activate this card anytime on your opponent's turn. The quick spell, you can activate it anytime on your opponent's turn. Just think of it, when you set it, just think of it. Later on, we're gonna go through traps, like a trap card, okay? So yeah, this one you can play this one on anytime on your turn from your hand. And then once you set it, you can play it anytime on your opponent's turn. So yeah, that's it. That's all there is to freaking. The big thing is how to use this card to counter your opponent. That's the biggest you know. But the other one, these other ones, these other three or other four. These other four, you can play anytime on your turn. But this one is the most, this is the most complicated one, is the quick spell. You know, just, you can't, don't set it, because once you set it, you can't use it on your turn, okay? So keep it in your hand. But then when your opponent goes, don't keep it in your hand. If you want to use it against your opponent, you want to set it. This is called set. This is called play, okay? And then once you play whatever the card, goes to the graveyard. The regular spell goes to the graveyard. These ones stay, stay, stay. This one, once you play it, it goes to the graveyard. So these two go to the graveyard. These two stay on the field until they get destroyed or whatever. If they get destroyed, they go to the graveyard. Okay? That's it. Alright, YouTube, that's it, man. That's all there is to with the spells. So we're gonna do trap card next, okay? In part 4. Alright, thank you for watching. Always have fun, always keep on rolling. Running water don't go stale, alright? I'll be keeping the underground lit for you and me. Just like Merrick. Enjoy.